He thought I was gonna lose my life there.
There's no one like you around. Oh, baby.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cloudy here, and I am back with another video, guys. And today I'm going to be doing a story time on how I grew up. I hope you guys like it. Let's jump right into it, guys. First off, you guys know that I was born in Inglewood, California. But what you guys don't know is that I was raised in Compton, California. So, as I was born, my mom took me to Phoenix, Arizona to visit family. And at the age of 5, I believe, we went back to Compton, California, and we lived on like this super bad area, like on the street, like it's super bad. Like the street is like filled with gangs. I mean, some of them aren't, but mostly gangs. So it was like a bad street. So when we moved there, my mom thought it was like the nicest. She thought it was like the nicest area ever. Like, I guess, I don't know what she was thinking, but I guess in the daytime it looks good, but at nighttime it's a different story. But so I went to South Park Elementary, and that was somewhat of a bad school. It was like fights, a bunch of fights. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a bunch of cool friends. I was on the basketball team there. It was real cool. But once I hit 6th grade, that's when everything started to happen. I guess they didn't know that block was a bad area either when they moved there. But they're really cool people. They were fun to hang out with. And we hanged out with them like literally every day for like 14 years. So, no, not 14 years, for like 12 years. So it was real cool. But they were telling me and my brother, like, don't go to that school. That's a bad school. Like, you guys don't want to do that. Like, that you guys either end up getting hurt or something more dangerous, you know. But they I guess they told my parents, oh, not my parents, my mom, that that was a bad area. Not a bad area, a bad school. But she sent us there anyway. I guess she was like, oh, whatever, it's probably not bad. It probably was bad back then, but, like, you know. But no, it was still bad, and she sent us there. And they thought that my brother was in a gang, knowing he wasn't. So they were like trying to fight him every day and all that stuff, and I guess for some reason they didn't know that I was his brother. Well, then I think about it, that's a good thing, right? But so he was like in fights almost every day. He got expelled a lot. Not expelled, suspended a lot. But honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I was a nerd in 6th grade. I was playing basketball. I was in my books, for real. Like, people were telling me, oh, this is a fun school, blah, blah, blah. But other people were telling me, oh, that's a bad school, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I'm just going to knock that off. I'm just going to focus on my books, you feel me? And get my grades up and all that stuff. So therefore, it starts to get more scary. It was one point in time where my brother decides, oh, let's walk home. Even though we always walk home, but let's walk home together, because, you know, people at that school didn't know that we were brothers. So he decides, oh, let's walk home together. So we're on our way home, walking home. I mean, we don't live too far. We live like, I'll say like 10, 15 blocks away from the school. But yeah, so we decided to walk home together, and all of a sudden this gang comes out of nowhere in a car, and it's around, I'll say it's around like, because I had practice. I don't know what the hell he was doing after school, but I got out of practice around like 4 or 5, 4 or something, and so we're walking home, and I guess he saw me, and we were walking home, and they started like, they were like, hey, that's the dude, that's the guy from blah blah blah, this gang, blah blah blah, and they immediately started shooting. Well, yeah, immediately, but before they started, me and my brother took off. Pew! My brother's like, run! He's like, don't stop until we get home. So we took off, and we get home. I like hear gunshots. We get home, and you know, me as a kid, I was crying my life out because that's the first time somebody was ever shot at me or whatever. My brother was scared, but he wasn't crying or anything. So I looked at his shirt. Me and my, I think it was my mom or my sister. We looked at his shirt, and it was like bullet holes. Like, you know, he had like this super loose shirt that when he runs, the shirt was like, you know. So it was like bullet holes through the shirt. And I don't know if it was my sister or my mom, but they were crying. And then they're like, God was on your side. Like, God was on your side for real. And they were like, oh, this is your lucky day. Like, for real. Like, you know how dangerous, you know how lucky you are, first of all. Like, that was, I think, about the most scariest moment there. But, then, after that, I hit, like, I believe 8th grade. Yeah, I hit like 8th grade, and I think it was like a couple of weeks before my graduation, cause you know every Sunday there in the Compton they have like a car race there every Sunday, and I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday, but every week they'll have a car race or a motorcycle race, or yeah, pretty much. And so this guy decides to race a car with his motorcycle. Too cocky, and he decides to race with his wife on the back, or his girlfriend, whoever she was, on the back of his motorcycle. And I can never forget this moment. At the end, towards the end when he was about to finish the race, a random car pops up out of nowhere. I don't know where the car came from, but the car pops up out of nowhere, and he smacks into the car. Bam! Seen it with my own 2 eyes. He smacks into the car, and the girl behind in the back, she flew up and hit her head on the light, you know, the signal light, and she fell down. So she didn't come back. Point blank. That's what I'm trying to say. But and then the guy, he just had, I guess he had like a super bad concussion or whatever. But they took him to the hospital. I'm pretty sure he went to jail. Another thing is pulled the gun out on me and my friends. So we were just, let me tell you the story how that happened. So we were just chilling, you know, playing basketball like usual. Because, you know, my friend, he had like a basketball court outside. We'll just shoot. So we're just shooting. I don't know what we were thinking, but it hit the point where it was like 10 o'clock and we're still shooting. 10 o'clock at night. I don't know what the heck we were thinking, but we're still shooting. And these people, well, I ain't gonna say people, this gang comes out of nowhere, and they're like, what are you guys all night this late for? And we're like, we were just playing basketball, that's all. But we were done playing basketball. We were just sitting down talking, you know, like friends do, you feel me? So we're just sitting there talking, and they pull up out of nowhere, like, oh, why are you guys out here that's late? And he's like, where are you guys from? And then we're kids. We're like, we're from, we don't do that. And the guy was like, oh, we're not stupid. We're like, kids do it too. Kids are in gangs too. But we're like, no, we don't do none of that. And the gang in the car rolls down their windows. They didn't have guns on us. And I low-key thought I was gonna lose my life there. But I guess they had a sense of humor, and they just drove off. They were just like, they just stared at us and got into their car, and they drove off. Like I said, I thought I was gonna lose my life there, and so I was terrified. But another thing is, one of the dudes that was in the gang, I guess he did something, and the gang was trying to come back for him, and I guess they knew where he lived, and they decided to bomb his house, right? And so they bombed his house, and he wasn't in there, but his mom or his grandma or his grandfather or his dad was in there. And the grandma or the mom didn't make it, but the grandfather or the dad was severely burned. And my uncle, he broke through the glass, and he took him out. He took the guy out, and I was just like, man, like, the things I've seen and the things I've witnessed is scary. But I try to put all that aside and push forward, you feel me? So it sucks because I'm always gonna have this in the back of my mind. Like, it's always gonna be there, you know? So, and it was another point in time where I call her a H.O., but she was, forget it, she was a H.O. But she was in the car, in the pimp's car. No, actually, she was walking around, just walking around, and I guess she was trying to hide from him or something. And I guess he found her, and he, like, threw her in the back of a car and started beating her, like, severely beating her. I thought he was gonna shoot her or something because he had a gun on his side. And as soon as I saw that, like, we all jumped behind the gate. I mean, we were still looking. I mean, it's not funny, but we were still looking. But we all took off behind the gate, and we saw him, like, beat her. We thought he was gonna shoot her, but he was just severely beating her, like, with the door open. Like, he didn't even bother to close the door. That's the crazy part. But he was just beating her for like a good, I'll say, like 3-4 minutes, and then he drove off. He got out the back seat, and he went to the front seat and drove off. I'm like, man, I was like, I hope he doesn't do anything else to her. Like, that's crazy. And then what else? Oh, I think I was like 11 at the time, and it was like a shooting outside. Like, I think it was like 11 or 10 o'clock at night. And out of nowhere, we hear like gunshots like going off, like brat, brat. And my mom, like, we all jumped down. Like, we all jumped down on the floor. And my mom was like, don't move. Like, don't say nothing, don't move, nothing. So, as the shooting is going, and it stopped for a few seconds, we hear footsteps going up our stairs. Well, technically, I mean, it's not our stairs, but it's our stairs. You get what I'm saying? Because it was like an apartment, and and it was like stairs in the middle going up all the way to the top. And it was a house and a house on each floor. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. So technically our stairs. So the dude goes up our stairs. I hear footsteps going up our stairs, and he comes to our door. Freaked me the hell out. He comes to our door, and he's like banging on our door. He's like do 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 do, and I don't know who opened the door. I don't know if it was my brother or my mom. I think it was my brother. No, it was my mom. Because my mom was like, she opened the door and she was like, you can't come in here because I have kids. And I don't want them getting hurt. She was like, I'm truly sorry, but there's nothing I can do for you. Like, being as nice as possible, right? And I thought he was going to get mad, and start shooting or something. I don't know. But he's like, ma'am, I understand. And he takes off, right? He runs up the stairs. And I guess he's on the roof. And I guess the people that was shooting, trying to shoot him. And he's on the top of our roof. And I guess they never found him. Because I didn't hear no more footsteps after that coming up our stairs. I didn't hear no that night, the whole night I didn't hear no footsteps, because technically we were up for a long time. We were paranoid, right? So I didn't hear no footsteps. So he must have got lucky and got away. God was on his side. But it was real scary. Like, at the age of 11, seeing stuff like that will really freak you out. It will freak you the hell out. So, it was real crazy. And I should tell you guys, but it is severely scary. I think this is about the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The craziest thing. So, it was this dude in a gang that lived on the street. And this, I ain't gonna lie, every time I think about it, it hurts me because I seen it with my own two eyes. So, it was this dude in a gang, and he was just cruising around with his family or whatever. Just walking around with his family, and he didn't go far. He didn't go past his block. You feel me? He was just at his, like, he never passed his block. We were just there, and I guess his friends or his gang, the rest of his gang, they just went out, and he was there by himself, and the other gang came at the right time. Like, it's crazy. Like, the other gang comes at the right time, and then they go, oh, there you go, right there. And he tries taking off, but they stop him, and they get out their car. And they start jumping him. And how I see it is because me and Tate, well, I can't say their name, but me and my other friends, I'll just say we're at one of my friends' house. You know, the kid with the gate that we're always hiding behind of. So it's like, I say it's like 10 o'clock. We're in his house playing the game. And I went outside and I was gonna go outside and start shooting hoops, right? Playing ball. And I stopped because I saw him walking with his, I don't know if it was his friends or his family, but I would just say, I think it was his family because it was different ages. It was like this little boy, I'll say from like, I think he was like 14 or 15. And then there was another older guy. But they were just cruising, walking, right? But they didn't stop the kid or the other guy. They just directly wanted him for some reason. So, but anyways, they started jumping him and scared the hell out of me and my friends. Well, they didn't really see it how I saw it. So I don't know if they got scared or not, but I saw the whole thing and it hurts me every time I think about it. And when they finished beating him, they shot him. So it's like, I feel like I can get stuff off my chest, you know? So, and I can explain to you guys, you get what I'm saying? So, it feels good to talk to you guys, so. But, yeah, but he shot him right in the face. Right in the face. And I was devastated for a couple of days. It was on my mind. Felt like forever. And I didn't go to any of the games. I missed I say 4 games or probably more. Like I was real devastated. And it was crazy. It was real crazy. But the friends that I had, they were real cool. I think they were like the best friends ever. We always kept each other level-headed. We always kept each other, had our confidence up, you feel me? So that block was the block of my friends were cool. They were real nice. They were real dope. We all have fun. You know, we'll have like sleepovers from each other's house, you feel me? So it was real dope. Everybody was cool. One of my friends' dad was cool. Their family was cool. Like, that's all I have today, guys. So I hope you guys like it. Please like it. Please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe. Comment down below. Please share our videos. Yeah, please share our videos, guys. And we love you. I love you. You guys are awesome. But try to give this video at least like 50 likes, guys. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Alright? Peace.
I feel you like come to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you.
I don't wanna trip, but truth is, girl, the way you cook a steak remind me of them strips and roof Chris.